Yo, what's up guys, TheInsaneGamefreak here. I appreciate the cool and nice feedback I got for the whole advice related videos. And I actually got a few interesting responses. So, in line with those line of videos, and as I said, if you ever want to shoot me a message or an email and just telling me about whether or not if there's something you want advice on, you wouldn't mind me making a video on it, I don't have to mention your name or anything, then feel free. So this video is pretty much falling in line with that series. So I got a message on my Facebook fan page, which is in the description for those who want to know, asking me if he thinks that I should, pretty much my advice on the indecisive girl who still has feelings for her ex but doesn't like her ex because of how much of a piece of shit he is, but at the same time still kind of wants to go back to him, but pretty much those indecisive chicks. And this video's title is going to be pretty simple. Do you feel like wasting your time? Now, let me explain what I mean by that. I don't mean that necessarily the girl isn't legitimately confused and doesn't know how she feels, but to me, the best way to figure out, especially because from what he told, from the story I got, this has been going on over the course of like years, like 4 years I believe, at least 4 years since high school, since the beginning year of high school. So with that being stated, and you're still confused after 4 years, that means that you need to do one or two things. My personal opinion would be to walk away from the situation. And that is not just for your benefit, but that's for her benefit too. So the thing I notice about a female, or just people in general, is that they usually don't really start looking at their situation until there's a time limit. Either, to me, I would give the chick an ultimatum. It's like, if you're still into your ex-boyfriend, go back to your ex-boyfriend. But I'm going to tell you straight up, I like you, I want to go out with you, but if you're still hung up on your boyfriend stuff, I'm done. I'm not dealing with this. You either pick him or me. If you can't pick, then you just lose me. Like, because that's, to me, an ultimatum is what will make a girl really start to sign. See, a lot of girls like to act like they don't know what they want. Girls know what they want. They just they need to be put in a desperate situation to really realize what they want. Now, me personally, I don't really care for girls who are that indecisive, because I know there are a lot more direct girls and girls who know what they want in life. So why would I waste my time on a chick who can't make up her mind, especially when she understands the problem with the guy that she isn't with anymore but still attracted to, which is the whole, you're a dick and you treat me badly but I'm still attracted to you logic, which always got on my nerves. I hate girls who do that in general, because it seems like it makes you come off as a masochist. And if you're a masochist, that's cool, but don't just do it and act like you don't like it, because obviously you do, because you keep coming back to it. That's what it is. And what I also think it is that a lot of women nowadays have this tendency of trying to fix people. And I'm not saying every girl does this, and I'm not saying all girls do this. I'm saying there are women who are out there who intentionally go for the quote-unquote, I'm kind of starting to hate this term a lot nowadays, bad boy, you know, the thugs, the gangsters, the people, pretty much they ain't got shit going for them, but have this certain sense of swag and confidence that girls like. And I'm like, you're only attracted to the dude's confidence and swag, but everything else he's a piece of shit on. But instead of, you know, having a guy who has everything else but is missing, maybe is a little self-conscious. Self-consciousness is something that over time can be built up, especially when you've got a girl next to you who's constantly building you up. Why the hell, why is the harder of the two the one you go for? Is like you want a challenge, but then you can't stand the stress, which kind of goes into an overarching theme that women like drama. As I said, not all women, but there are women who like drama. Actually, in general, people like drama. If something is going on, and they'll be like, oh, I don't want to deal with this drama, but tell me about it anyway. It's that kind of logic. Getting back to the point I'm trying to make, though, is if you're being indecisive with that, like, and what makes it worse is, he even explained in the message, she's been like making kind of hints towards you that she's into you, but never really taking it the full all the way approach. That is just bullshit. to me, and I always hate when women do this in general, do not egg a guy on if you have no intention of being with him. If you have no intention of getting with him. Now granted, this is the indecisive chick, the one who can't make up her mind. So maybe she's doing that because she's weighing her options. But the problem is that you're wasting people's time. You know, it's not like I'm only with you. Well, I don't really know the full, like the inter-emotional details, but my mindset would be, if I'm with you, that means I care about you enough to really want to help you out through things. But if you're going to keep playing with my emotions and pretending like you're kind of into me, but you're kind of not, that's not fair to me. And if you don't have the common courtesy to respect me enough as a person to go, listen, I'm sorry, I'm kind of leading you on, I'm not really giving you any clear messages. If you don't have the common decency to respect me as a normal person, I don't need to have the common decency to sit there and put up with your shit. And that's the way I look at it. It's like, you're wasting my time already by not giving me a clear answer to anything. You just keep giving me, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, I gotta think about it. It's all so difficult. Listen. I can understand maybe you're having problems, but here's my thing. And this is a question I would just ask her in general. Tell me, what are the good points of guy A and the bad points of guy A, and then what are the good points of guy B and the bad points of guy B? If you can, if there's an obvious like lopsided situation where guy B is better than guy A or vice versa, through your own opinion, mind you, it's not like you're asking me. You're giving me your thoughts on both of the guys. If one is obviously leaning to, if you're obviously leaning toward one side, and there's just like this one little stupid thing, and it's usually something insignificant, but you know, just this one thing that you like, that probably means you're just being, you're trying to be, you want best of both worlds, essentially. And honestly, that is not fair, that is greedy, that is selfish, and as a guy at that point, if she doesn't, and to me, here's my thing, even if she picks you, if she doesn't have the common decency to apologize, at least understand why you would be mad at her for doing this shit, that in itself just kind of makes me go, what kind of person are you? That you're able, and considering how indecisive she seems to be with this situation, and this has been going on, from what I understand, over multiple years, that probably means she has a bad habit of doing this kind of stuff, which means this has the possibility of happening again. Meaning, if you and her were ever to get into a fight, being in a relationship, she might go out and do the same thing with another guy. And I don't want a girl who can't make up her own mind and make her decisions in a timely fashion. If it takes you like 3 or 4 years of on and off again situations not to learn your lesson, that shows me that you refuse to improve upon yourself, and you just like to have the conflict in there. I don't really respect women who can't make... To me, one of the most attractive things in a girl is a girl who knows what the hell she wants, knows exactly what she's going to do to get it, and has a clear-cut idea of what she is gunning for. Because that means I don't have to play any fucking games with this whole, I don't know. Nobody wants to hear, I don't know, in the real world. Especially, we're adults now. I mean, I can understand you're like in your teens, that makes a little bit more sense. You're in that I don't know period. But if you're like my age, like 23, like I just turned 23, or like in your like 20s and older, and you're still playing the I don't know card, especially with you know, relationships, there's a problem. Especially when you know that you're wasting someone else's time. It's not like it's not like one of those situations where people don't say how they feel, and it just kind of carries on for too damn long until it kind of busts open because the guy can't handle all the stress. If, from what I understand, she knows you're into her, and for some stupid reason, she's just kind of like, I don't know, and she's been like this forever. And to me also, I have a situation that happened with me a few years ago in high school, and I'm not going to tell you the full thing because it would take too long. But for all intents and purposes, the difference is I wasn't into the girl to begin with, but my friend was into the girl who had known her longer anyway. This girl had the tendency of being emotionally unstable and always dating these different guys, but the relationship's never lasting too long. And she would always she always told me this one thing she used to do all the time to aggravate the hell out of me. I asked her what's her policy on flirting. Her policy on flirting was if, you know, Apparently, if you flirt with her, then she's going to flirt back regardless if she's into you or not. As if that's some type of stupid common courtesy. When guys take that seriously, that's why we have the concept of flirting in the first place. Because we're trying to let you know we into you. Don't return the favor, as we're going to take that as, oh, she's into me, and you take that as, oh, I'm just returning the favor. No, don't do that. That's not appealing at all. But my thing is, she had the same stupid problem of being like, I don't know what I want, and then like every time you would have the conversation with her about that, she would just give you this kind of dumbfounded, I don't know, and start acting like it's your fault for questioning her too much. No, fuck that noise. That's ridiculous. And I'm doing this a lot because it's kind of like a facepalm moment. To me personally, and if I was in your position, I wouldn't even bother with it. It'd be one of those. I'm actually, considering how long you've said this has lasted, I'm in the position in my mind to be like, okay, look, it has been way too fucking long. I have been way too fucking lenient. You either make a decision now and choose to improve upon yourself, or you sit here and give me the same I don't know you've been giving me for years. And if you give me the latter, that probably means we ain't gonna talk no more. Because at that point, you've completely wasted my time, and you've continually wasted my time, and used me as emotional support, and haven't even given me the common courtesy of giving me a straight answer when it comes to whether you like me or not. I don't want to fucking, to me, and I'm just saying, if I was in your position, I wouldn't put up with that shit, like, at all. Because it's not, that's not attractive. I don't know any guy who finds it attractive that a girl keeps trying to play with his emotions. No one finds that attractive. It's like, if you can't give me a straight answer in the course of years, or just in general, then that means you're indecisive, and that's not an attractive trait to have in a future wife. You know, if we're going to be making decisions together and you can't make up your mind about this, Jesus. That's just me, though. But that's generally my thoughts on it. It's like, if you have a girl that you've known for a while, and obviously makes a lot of bad decisions in terms of the type of guy she dates, and then continually makes those bad decisions, and know you're into her, and still acts like she doesn't know if she should get back with her ex or come start talking to you. How is it that you can give your ex another shot, but you can't give the guy that you've been friends with for years a shot? The only way I can think that, the reason why she might think that way is if it's the whole, she's self-aware of her horrible choices when it comes to guys, and she's afraid if she were to do that with you, then you become a part of the ex thing, and then she doesn't have that shoulder to cry on. At the same time, at that point, it still sounds like she'd be using you regardless. So I'd be like, fuck it. It's going to bother you for a while, and it'll probably be something annoying depending on how hard you take emotional hits. It may bother you for a good while, but at the end of the day, at least you ain't dealing with a chick who doesn't know what she wants. And if you're lucky, you'll find a girl who knows what she wants, and knows what she wants from you and what you want from her, and y'all can get together and really have a strong connection. Because no one in the right mind wants to deal with a chick who doesn't know what the fuck she wants. Especially over the course of fucking years. But that's just my thoughts and comments. I'm going to stop doing this because it might be getting on people's nerves. But anyways, as I said, if you have any questions or thoughts or comments, leave them in the comment section below. It's not just my advice, but how do you feel about girls that you've been talking to, that you've been friends with, and know you're into them, but they always seem to go for other guys, and the guys they go for aren't nowhere near being the type of guys they want, but for some stupid reason they still act like they're kind of attracted to them, but won't ever give you a shot, even though you've made it obvious that you are into them? How do you feel about that? That was my opinion, but you know, everyone's comments helps. You got a whole bunch. It's like a think tank down here. You have a whole bunch of ideas. That's the kind of cool thing about this advice video stuff. It's not just me saying it. I'm kind of just creating the platform where everyone can kind of have like a field day in the comments. But anyways, yeah, those are my thoughts and opinions on the subject. Leave yours in the comment section below. I hope this helps, and I hope the situation improves. Give me updates. I like hearing updates to see if anything I said had any effect, negative or positive, so I know in the future. Anyways, this has been the Insane Game Freak. Life's a game. Play to win, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace off.